I, 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 yo. Okay, forgot to turn on the music. Let's go. All right, here we go. Oh no, oh no. I forgot to set the sounds to my headset. There we go. There we go. There, that's nice. All right. Welcome back to Techne. Well, that's me, Techne. We're gonna continue our Storm Sorter base project. Remember, we have the base. It's gonna be where's my cursor? There's my cursor. There's the base. We have the ball bearing filled base. We have the joint, the arm base, the arm, and the arm tip. We're gonna make these attachometers after printing this and after we build Storm Sorter. So let's just get into it. So starting from the base, should I import this image into Blender? Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'll just have it on my second screen. Yeah, I have chat on my phone anyway. So let's just drag that out. And we already have Blender ready. On? Nope. It's not what I want. That is what I want. Okay. So first off, we're gonna set our units into millimeters. Just like that. Alright. Now that our measurement is in millimeters, we can open up this. We'll just use the starting cube. So here comes the initial problem of why did I set these in inches and in millimeters? So now comes the cumbersome task of having to to convert. 6 inches is 152.4 millimeters. Let's just round that up to 152 along the x, so 152. Then 4 inches, it becomes 101.6. So let's go with 100. And then half an inch is 12.7. Might as well go exact on this one. 12. Oops. I am very professional about this. Here we go. Hold on. I need to check if I can. There we go. Alright, that's the base. That's the base, that's it. We're not gonna do anything else about it. I'm joking. So now comes the part where we have to make it fancy. Because we can't just have this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into edit mode, switch to this, then we're gonna select all the edges over here. We're gonna first, since we transformed that, we're gonna head back into object mode, Control A, all transformations. Go back in here, go to that. So now we see it's a little more even. We're gonna keep it around that round. See that? That's beautiful. Then next we're gonna make it invisible. And then we're gonna select the sides, the edges. We're just gonna do the same thing. Except, oop, that's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. What I should have done is I should have selected these first. Like that. And then we're gonna bring it down. I don't have a particular measurement for this. I'm just gonna take top view, will be, and then like that. But it looks nice, chat. Around here should be good. Yeah, around there should be good. And then if I remember right, I wanted to extrude these. So what we're gonna do actually is we're gonna cut this in half, just to make it easier on me. So how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna Control R for the loop cut. What's going on? What? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna establish the loop cut first. Okay, so that loop cut set, I'm gonna take this entire side, the vertices of this entire side. Actually, no. We're gonna take this, we're gonna fill that. There we go. So now that's a face, and then we can take this and then delete vertices. So now we just have 1/2 of the base. What we're gonna do is set a modifier. We're gonna set a mirror modifier. So x-axis, y-axis, it should be along the y-axis. Ta-da! So now, like, if I decide to move this, ooh, it's moving. Ooh, it's moving. Hey. All right. So how do we do this? What's clipping do again? I am a total beginner at this. Oh, okay. So clipping prevents it from going across. So if I can go across. So let's just keep that clipping up. Merge 1 millimeter. Yeah, that should be fine. At the end of this, we have to remember to apply the modifiers. So otherwise, we're just going to end up printing half of this. Okay. So what we're going to do next is, because I wanted it to look fancy. Hold on. There we go. So what happens if I take that, bevel it? Oh, it wouldn't. Okay, I get it. So what I want to do is create the loop cuts first. Like that. I mean, we can freehand this, it's fine. It doesn't hurt at all. Aye. There we go. Take that. Oops, wrong. Like that. Double it. Like that. Click. And then what we want to do is grab X. Nope. SX. Yeah. Make it a bit longer. Yeah, there we go. So now we have that beautiful sectional thing. Then we're gonna take this and these, and then we're gonna Control B that. Does that look good? Let's do that again from the top. I think that's fine. That is fine. So right now, hold on. How do I Control Shift? Nope. Shift. Nope. Alt. There we go. It's Alt. Alt click to select the loop. So from here, I can actually just grab Y if I need to move that around. So as you can see, it actually deforms it. So I want it to be a little bit bigger. About yay much. Then for this, I want it to be a lot bigger. Like that. So we're gonna make that SX. Yeah. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. Screw it, let's make it semi-even. There's no real need for me to get too what's this? Too accurate. It's really fine. So now I'm gonna select this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna extrude this. If I extrude again, Shift spacebar E. Nope, that ain't it. E. Crap. How do I extrude along the normals? Okay. Hold on. Extrude. Okay. I can learn. We're learning. Shift. Oops. Shift enter. Extrude region. I want to. What if I Control Z? Shift X. Shift Control Y. Dang, I don't remember how to do this. I think hold on. We're just gonna get a little creative here. Extrude it by about that much. Go back to this. SX. Bring it out a bit. It ain't perfect. It ain't perfect. It's kind of ugly, but it's there. Oh man, that's ugly. Hold on. How do I... This is the part where Google is the friend. Blender. Extrude. Along normals. Select faces, Alt E. Okay. Alt E. Yeah. Yes. Yes. There we go. Okay. So let's take it from the top. Alt E. Why ain't that? Oh, it's not selected. Of course it ain't selected. There we go. 7. Alt E. No normals. There we go. Just like a wee bit like that. And then we're gonna take this entire loop. How did I do that again? What? Oh. What? Why is there... Why is she thick? That's okay. You really need to have a good grasp of space when you do this. We're gonna grab Y. Add a little bit of a spread here. So for this, what I can do is that 7, and then it's X. Is that what we want? Does that look good? Does that look good? Maybe. Maybe not. It's okay. It's okay. We're working through this together. Just a wee bit. Perfect. So how does that look? Oops. It's fine. There. That's how the base looks so far. Looks fine by me. So we're just gonna continue onward. So the next thing I want to do is round out these corners over here. So let's just oops. Why can I not select? Oh no. I am in edit mode. What happened? What the? Okay, okay. Alright, my bad. We have to do that again. That's fine. We're just here to chill. We're just here to chill. Meow. Looks good. Doesn't have to be too big. That's fine. Yeah. Now we just that. Oh, nope, not that. Just gonna go around here. Alright, you see that? Yes. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna see what happens if I decide to round that out. There we go. How does that look? Looks pretty good. That looks pretty good, I'd say. I think that looks pretty good. So that's pushed out, that's pushed in. Okay. Next what we're gonna do is... Okay, what looks nice? I kinda want like a little border, right? Because that'll just make it look really sexy. So like imagine like a little border around here. I think that'll look nice. Alright, so how do we do that? I have no idea really. So what I can do is, let's look from the top. We already have like a mini border over here. As you can see, those lines, these lines right here. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna extend them. We're gonna make that bigger. You get me? You get me? Watch like this. So what we're gonna do is S Control Z. What that does is make it bigger, just not on the Z axis. As you can see, it did not. It did, but ay. Okay, we're learning. Ay. Why did you change? S Control Z. Why? Why are you changing? Yes. Okay, S X Shift Y. Control Z. That work? I don't think that worked properly. Did it? No, it didn't. Why won't it? Why won't you do what I want you to do? It's alright. Scale X Y Z. Why does it get bigger? Look. Oh, it didn't. I'm an idiot. It's fine. We're learning. So what did I do there? So S, X, Shift Y, Z. Nope. I'm gonna go back to 7. S, X, Shift Y. Fine. Then from here we just make it bigger again. S, X, Shift Y. That looks fine. Ish. Okay, what I can do is just take these two. Z. Yeah, something like this. Just make it along this line so it's just obvious. We're gonna take these, move them in as well, just so it's a bit even. And next, what I want to do is take these. What happens if I bevel these? It does not know what to do. Ay, ay, ay. I know what to do. We're gonna take these and then we're gonna inset these. Basically extrude them downwards. Extrude Z. Oh no. This is already half an inch thick. What we want to do is raise it all up. Is that what we want to do? No, I have an idea. Hear me out. I got this. What I'm gonna do is extrude that. Set that to where it is. Then raise the entire thing up. Like that. Actually, hold on. Let me cook. Okay, I got this. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna select everything on top. We're gonna switch to that mode. We're gonna deselect this. And then we're gonna extrude Z a wee bit. Hell yeah. Say my name. Then what we're gonna do is go back into edge mode. Take that and that. And we're gonna bevel that. Now the question is why it's doing that. Gonna cooperate? Why are you not cooperating? Maybe I have to merge by distance. That usually fixes a lot of issues, so let's just see if that fixed that. No. Ay. Oh well. That's fine. We'll just have to work with this, it's fine. What'll happen if I delete this? Let's see what happens. Dissolve edges. Can we take that? Bevel. Nope. Okay. I think it's time to apply some transformations again. Control A, all transformations. Let's just head back in here. 3. Nope. It's fine. Okay. I'll just leave it like that. Okay. I can work with this. It's apparently too advanced for me. There we go. Like that. Head back into object mode. So now we see that there's a little channel over there. Like I could have created another shape cube and kind of pressed it into this, but yeah, this is somewhat fine. All right, what other things that I planned for this? So other than this, we're gonna have the holes. Okay, holes then. Oops. I accidentally closed Blender. Alright, let's continue. Now I have a little divot there. I want to make it more complicated. Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? We're gonna make it more complicated by adding like a little divot on the side. Move that up. Z, squish, and then select. Then see-through. That selects all of this. Then we're gonna extrude S. I don't like that. Hold on. We have to apply the transformations. There we go. 3, edit mode, that, extrude S. Mm-mm. 7. Hold on. Something is weird. I am total amateur at this. I am sorry, guys. What if we just decide to do this over here? Hold on. A S Z. No. S Z. What am I doing? What am I doing? Ay nako. It's okay. We just need to work with what we have. And what we have is hot shit. That's fine. Extrude S in. Oops. Extrude S in. And we're just gonna do that to the other side. Extrude S in. Yeah, free-handed. How does that look? Not bad, not bad. Then maybe we can just you know, push these in. Extrude. Yes. Yeah. No. And let's just leave it as is. It's fine. We got this. Do we though? Do we though? I feel like I should have, because you can create more than one axis. I feel like I should have done that for simplification. You know what? It's only 30 minutes in. It's only 30 minutes in and I have to design the arm, but I feel like the arm should be a lot simpler. I just want to make the base look especially fancy. So let's, while we're here, let's make it especially fancy then. Let's head back into this mode. Check that. Alt Shift. That doesn't work because I extruded this. But what if I... How do I... Okay, I have that entire thing go out. What if I just make that bigger, you know? Why are you... That... Now that looks pretty fancy, I think. Sure, the footprint is a little bigger, but come on, I'm not hurting for too much space. Or am I? God damn, that's ugly. Graboy. Yes. Graboy. And that's fine. Like a mini bunker platform-ish. I think. Now I'm really miffed about this. So we're just gonna fix it. I don't care. We have to fix it. The way we're gonna fix it is by merging. Merge at last. Wait. Nah, we're not gonna fix it. We're not gonna fix it. Damn, I am indecisive. It's fine. I'm okay. This is version 1 anyway, it's okay. It's not bad. It's better than a cube, right? It has to be looking better than a cube. Okay. Again, I'm not an expert at this at all. So please don't judge too hard. So what we're gonna do now is have some beveling, we have some inning. Now I think it should be safe to apply the mirror because I want to array a bunch of holes into this. I don't want to manually place a bunch of holes into this. So we're gonna apply. So now this is one solid object. Look, there's dots all over there, as you can see. Yes, that's fine. I hope. Yeah, the simpler the better. It's the base. So actually what we're gonna do is, while this is printing, so it's gonna print from bottom to top. When it gets to like this point of printing, I'm gonna pause the 3D printer, and then I'm gonna fill it with balls. Actually, like once it gets close to the top, I'm gonna fill it with balls. so that it gets weighed down. Of course, that depends on how heavy this thing is going to be. And we'll see that in the slicing software later, much later. Okay, so now that this is its own object, we're gonna create a bunch of cylinders. Shift A, mesh, cylinders, add cylinder. Let's make it fancy. Go all the way up to 32, 64, 96. 32, yeah, 96. So we want this to be 1.5. Is it 1/2 inches? How big was that? I forgot. That was like 12. Let's go with 12 millimeters. 12 millimeters, and this is supposed to be 3 and 3. There we go. That is tiny. That's not that tiny actually. Bring it up and out so we can see it. Does that look right? That's tiny. Okay, let's see. Oh, 6 millimeters. 6 millimeters. My bad, my bad. And I closed Blender again. 6 millimeters. 6. 6. Okay, that's chonky. That's chonky. So now let's add the array modifier. We need a 1 factor here too. What am I doing? My bad, my bad, my bad. It should be 0. We need to add another array modifier so that this can become 0 and this becomes 1. As you can see, we have 4. And my original design had 9, but maybe now's the time to increase it just so that there's more mounting points. You know, more is more. What kind of saying is that? More is more is good. Let's just increase the count. 6. That's fair. 4. There we go. And we're gonna take that 7. Then we're gonna grab around like this. We're gonna make it clear. Clear, clear, clear. I can see. So now we're gonna use the grid as a reference. If we change this to a factor of 2, it grows. Factor of 3, factor of 4. That looks to be about too much. Hold on. What's a nice distance? Actually, we need to consult this again because I wanted this footprint to be 20 millimeters. And I closed Blender again. We wanted the footprint to be 20 millimeters, so let's just create another cylinder. Object mode, cylinder. We should be naming stuff. We should be naming stuff. Holes. Base. Add cylinder. This is going to be our base. Stupid. A mesh cylinder 96 arm base. So I take that, and then this is gonna drop to 20 millimeters. 20, 20. And for the height, what did we say? We did not specify a height. Of course we didn't. Of course we didn't. But like at the same time, this is where the logical thinking comes in. If the arm is 15 millimeters wide and we'd want it to sort of sit flush on top of the arm base, we can just do that. So in terms of Z, we're gonna push that to 15. So that's an arm base. It's not bad looking at all. Right? Right? Doesn't look bad. So just for the sake of ease, we're gonna raise that a wee bit to the top. Yes, just like that. Then we're gonna go back to this one. We're gonna 7. Gonna drop it a bit. That's a bit much. Actually, let's grab this. And we want to we don't want it to go over that, right? So we want to kind of just place it there. Just like that. And then as close as we can. So now this is supposed to be the center of this. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. That dot over there. There we go. So that's the new center. So now we just adjust based on that. Means we can move this over here. If you've seen those, like, oh, this is how the master does it and this is how the apprentice does it. I am the apprentice. It's fine though. We all gotta start somewhere, right? Okay, that's a bit much. Maybe it should be a 0.3. That's looking a lot better. 0.35. There. Concentric. Oh, I need to drink water. Now those are the holes. Now we just need to modify them. Ah, nice drink of water. Oops. And take this, and then we... There we go. Dial it back a bit. Like that. Maybe. Nope. Take this, and then grab into that corner again. There is probably a better way to do this, but you know, I can't think of that way at the moment. Ooh, those are big jumps. That's fine. And voila. Voila. Voila na. Okay. Okay. So we want these holes to have touch the base, right? So that they're supported and it's easier for the 3D printer to print. How do I do this? We do this by some finagling, because we have to take into account the printing majiggy. So I'm happy with the placement of the holes. That's cute, right? That's cute. They're a bit big, but I'm worried about structural integrity. So deal with it, you know. It's deep for structural integrity. Right, 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 left. Okay, so from here, what do we do? Now would be a good time to lower it. Like that. Bring back the wire mesh. So what we can do actually, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait. So since we know that this is the line, we can bring this down like that. So that's how it's gonna sit. What am I doing? What am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing, so let's just have fun with it, right? Yeah. Yes, we're just gonna have fun with it. We're just gonna apply that, apply that, and then we're gonna duplicate this. Control D, and then grab C. Nope. Shift D, grab D. All right, we're gonna line that up with this bottom part. Grab C. Yes, just like that. Whoop. Grab D. Grab these nuts. Okay. That's good. Nice. These are the holes. These are the support. Hole support. And what we're gonna do is take all of the bottoms. There has to be a better way to do this, but I am not skilled enough to know. We're just gonna bring that close. That's fine. So now when we... Okay, we're gonna do a fancy thing now. We're gonna make them talk to each other. So let's just bring this up for that. Let's remove the ghost mode. So right now all these holes are filled, right? If we take them out, there are no holes. So here's how you do it with the holes. You go to the base, you add a Boolean modifier, and then you choose holes. And then if you hide the holes, hey, presto, look at that. Look at that. There are holes. There are holes. It's perfect. It's beautiful. And we're just gonna apply it. Apply. Apply. So now we have the holes. We can delete the holes now. Meow. Come here. Say hi to the nice people. Okay. Stay with me. Stay here on my lap. You want more food? I still have food in your bowl. Okay. So now it should be fine to delete. We're gonna delete the holes. It's fine. Yes. There we go. Holes. Ah, beautiful holes. Then if we look inside, we can see that there are indeed holes. holes. So what we want to do now is take that, the whole support and the whole base, and then just join them. Control J. There. So now these are one. Okay. So now our base is actually ready to be printed. So hold on. Let's delete this for now. This was 20 by 15. So hold on. Take that. Make it big. Take this. Move it off screen for a bit. Then I'm gonna export it as an STL. Export 3D print files. You can't see what I'm doing because I don't want to show information about my computer. So let's go with model base. Export the STL. Okay. Documents. 3D. Ah. Ah. Oi. Oh, okay. Sort by name. 3D print files. Model. LM. Who's a slicer? Yes. And there's, holy crap, that's big. Don't notify me. Repair it. That's pretty big. That doesn't look bad though. So can you guys see this now? So this is the slicer software. As you can see. Generic PLA. Let's see what happens if we slice it as is. Slice now. Preparing the infill, making the infill. Okay. Now you can really see the indent, huh? So this is how it's gonna go. Meow. So it's gonna start from the base and it's gonna slowly print like that. You see how it... Those are the supports that we modeled in. It starts there, and then it starts building the holes. There, that's our model base. So half an inch thick is actually pretty thick. So what we want is 0 infill actually. Now we're gonna get a message that says it's not gonna be properly supported, and that might be fine. Because it's gonna have a hard time printing the roof if there's no support. See, now that's empty. What I want to do is we're going to go into print settings. We're going to increase the number of perimeters. Because like I saw a video a while back saying where the structural integrity doesn't really come too much. I mean, it does help structural integrity to have different patterns inside, but what really makes a structure rigid is the number of perimeters you have. So I just want it to be pretty solid. What's this? That is wrong. That should not be. That is bad. Why does it want to do that? Oh man, I hope we don't have to do everything all over again. That's messed up. So what I'm reacting to right now is this blue stuff. That means it's gonna try to print that when, you know, there's not supposed to be any infill. What happens when we go 5%? Wavy, wavy. It's still trying to print it. I don't like that. That means there's something wrong with the model. And to be fair, I'm not. The model is. The model is. What if we. With a grid? How does that look? That kinda helps. That kinda doesn't help. It's trying to print this. But the model shouldn't have that. See? If you can see. That's the first time I've ever come up with an issue like this. I'm pretty sure the problem is because of what we did with this to make it extruded. But okay, we'll just have to redo the model. Make it a bit simpler, you know? Maybe I don't need those edges. I don't need edging. But look, it looks pretty good. Does it? It does. And then you can fit it there, 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 there. You only need to put one slot anyway, right? Right? Left. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to redo the model. I saved anyway, right? I saved. I didn't save. I exported. Ooh, bop, she do. Oops. Oh well. It's fine. Nobody watches this anyway. General. There we go. We're just gonna start with a new one. Oh no. Hold on. Give me a bit. Okay, so take that. Remove this. Start again. This gives us the opportunity to do things properly. Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm okay with starting over. We're not in a rush anyway. Millimeters here. I forgot the measurements. I am horrible at this. So how does this look from 7? Okay, y should be the 152, 100, 12.7. Click, numpad dot. There we go. And we're back to this. Scale. All right. So we have the base cube now. What we're gonna do is add them loop cuts again. That. Then we're gonna fill. We need to go invisible first. Gonna fill. Dissolve. Dissolve vertices. And then we're gonna loop cut over here. We're gonna fill that. Take this, delete. Dissolve vertices. And from here, we're gonna modify mirror modifier and on the Y. There we go. There. So now whatever I do in this corner is going to be applied in all 4 corners. Okay? So watch. So if we take this and then we move it like, actually, it's we could like, ooh, oh, oh. We have to have fun with it, you know. Oh, oh. 3D modeling, everyone. If you don't know how to have fun, this isn't for you. Okay, so let's see what happens if we bevel this. Nice. That's fine. Can make a loop cut. There. And a loop cut over here. And we go here. 1, 1, 2, 3, run away with. Boom. Boom. Panes. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Vertical. So now we can just 7. No, not 7. Just 7. Grab X. Make it big like that. 7. Grab Y. Really big. Don't know why it has to be big, but it has to. It feels right. There we go. Any 3D modelers watching this probably like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Transformations. Oops. Let's see. So what will happen if I do this now? Oh, we don't want to touch that one. We just want to extrude. ooh. Monkey brain, monkey brain, monkey brain, monkey brain. Ah. Ooh. Okay, 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 okay. Be cool, be cool, be cool. Be cool. We got this. Extrude. That is nice. Should have done this from the start. So now I'm expecting this to be an issue. It's fine. We can just delete those later. But for now, look at that. Look at that. Chef's kisses. Shift Alt. Nope. 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 Eh, it's fine. That's fine, right? 7. So if we S this. Oh, that. Look at that. Solid. Beautiful. Look at that. Nice. Chef's kisses. I made a boo-boo. I should have made the inset first. Okay, let's do everything from the top. I can't do everything from the top. It's fine. So what we're gonna do now is... Yeah, I didn't expect we could loop cut it. We need to create a border. So we're gonna do that by... I don't know how we're gonna do that. Knife tool, I guess. I don't have a lot of experience with a knife. So let's just see how it goes. Oops. How do I do this? I have no idea how to do this. What am I doing? I'm just cooking fish. I'm sorry, Aquaman. How do you make this? How do you know if this is straight? Just eyeball it? Should be fine, right? Go back on this. What if I... Oh, but it doesn't actually cut things. Unless we connect it. Alright, that worked. I think. Okay, but still not beveling the way I want it to. It probably just doesn't know how I want to bevel it. Doesn't know I want to make it around like that. How does she know? I see it's confused. It's fine. Just undo everything. So to make that bevel border that I mentioned before, we're gonna raise everything up a little bit. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do it. Excuse me. I had meatballs for dinner. So good. I made my own meatballs. I followed the recipe and everything. So cube. We're just gonna eyeball this one. So we want it to look like that. It's X. 7. Okay. What looks right? Kinda want it to be semi thin. Yes. Yes. SX. A little bit. I think that's fine. Yes. So the next thing I'm going to do is bevel this edge. Nope. Gotta apply the transformations. Over here, bevel that edge. Oi, 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 oi. What's going on? Oh, ooh, ooh. Okay, now here's a problem that I accidentally did. I added this square in edit mode, so it considered it part of the shape. Should have added it in object mode. Cube. Break it down for me. It's going out. It's just a young boy living in the hub city. Is the music still playing? And it's not playing. Oh, damn. It's not playing. I'm sorry. There we go. It's back. The music was supposed to help me stay in the zone, but I guess I didn't need the help. Drink more water, stay hydrated. Okay, let's get back to it. That looks fine, right? That looks fine. Alright, so now we just take this, take that, take this. Actually, wait. Okay, that's the live side. Now we just have to bevel this edge. Yeah? This is the only edge that matters anyway. Oh, I don't like that. Grab boy. There we go. It's uneven, but it's fine. It honestly is fine. Yeah, that's good. Okay, pro tip. I want the bottom of this, what I'm gonna call a stamp, to be on top of this. So first, let's hide the stamp. Model base. model base, and then we'll just call this the stamp. So the model base, we have that. What we want to do is move this cursor to the top. We can do that. Into edit mode, selecting this, Shift S, cursor to selected. Okay? So the cursor is now on top. We're gonna go object mode, we're gonna show this thing again, we're gonna raise this up. And then we're gonna move. I'm an idiot. Oh man. Cursor to selected. Is that center? That's not center. Oh my gosh. I am an idiot. Go outside. Okay, hold on. Wait lang. Kitty wants to go outside. Kitty wanted to chill in the living room. Let her out. Okay. So now what are we gonna do? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shift S, cursor to selected. Object mode, create. Shift add cube. Scale it down. Raise it up. Edit mode. Select. Cursor to selected. Object mode, right click. Set origin to 3D cursor. And then we're gonna go this down. We're gonna go back to that. Back to this, over here, select that. And then shift S, cursor to selected. So now, we can do this. And then set geometry. Set selection to cursor. Boom. That's flat. Now because the origin is here, if it grows bigger and smaller depending on where the cursor is, depending on where the origin is. So that's good for me. So welcome back, Kitty. Just gonna fix that up again. Yep. Here we go again. Wanna be more than friends. Grab X, line it up as best as I can by eye. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is switch over to this one, switch into, let's hide this one. Let's hide the stamp. Now we take this. Now that we have this, we're gonna take that. We're gonna raise it up a wee bit. Grab this. Wrong. Grab Z. Raise it up like just a smidge. And then we're gonna take this edge again. And we're gonna bevel that. There we go. And then we're gonna pick this. That looks fine by me. Yeah, that's okay. That's a lot better than our first attempt. So we're just gonna apply the mirror now. Then we're gonna clean it up by removing these. Actually, we're gonna vertex all merge by distance. So now all the duplicate vertices are now okay. Just gonna take that edge and delete it. Delete. Solve edges. You just have to do that all the way across, all the way around. 1, 2, 3. Delete. Dissolve edges. There we go. If we shift over to non-wire view, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so let's bring back the stamp. We are in object mode. Select this. And then we're gonna boolean. We're gonna object, select the stamp. Then we can hide the stamp. I am an idiot. We did not have to remove the wait, let's go back, go back. Can I go back? Yes, I'm back. We shouldn't have done that first. We should have applied this first. So right now we're gonna apply the boolean of the stamp, then hide the stamp. Do you have to put the boolean on top? Yeah, we just had to put the boolean on top. So as you can see, it now did what I wanted to do. Look at that. That's clean. That's clean. It took forever to get here, but we got here. There we go. That's what I wanted. That looks nice. Better than before. So now we can just apply everything. So we want to apply the boolean first, then apply the mirror modifier. Then we can delete the stamp. Now we have a beautiful model base. And again, vertex mode, see-through. Hold on. Center our framing. There we go. And then back to edit mode. All merge by distance. 0, remove vertices. Okay. That. Dissolve the vertices. Dissolve the edges, sorry. So now we actually have, we have to deal with the interior. This is now in segments. And we don't really want that. So what I'm gonna do is get rid of these. But how am I gonna get rid of these? Let's see what happens. We're gonna experiment. If I dissolve the faces, it becomes one face. If I delete the faces, it removes the faces. Yeah? I'm gonna assume yes. Okay. Then we just delete the faces again. There we go. Now it's empty inside. Just like me. Hey! What? Okay. Okay. And then we just have to... What do we have to do? What do we have to do? Move things around. Oh yeah, we're going with the dots. We got the dots. Dots! It's time for Ringamaroos. Oh, I just remembered. I should have moved that origin down to the bottom so that I could scale it better. But we got where we wanted to. We're fine here. Actually, let's make it fancier. I just had an idea. See, this is why, like, we're gonna do a fancy. We're gonna grab Z. Add, like, just a little bit of texturing. Nice. No reason. Just to break up the shape a little. I think that looks fine. Ish. It's okay. Okay. Back to the holes. Object mode. Cylinder. Add cylinder. 96. I don't think it has to be that detailed, but yeah. This is 20. This is 20. This is 15. Nice. So what we're gonna do is wire mode. So now we have the grid. Question is the grid going to be useful? Not really. Oh well. Okay. How does that look if we put it over there? That looks fine over there. We're just gonna have to put it like that. Like this, I guess. Should be fine. Should be fine. Where's it selected? That's fine. And then we just modify this to become the 6. 6. $11. Oh, let's make it smaller. 10.7. What we're gonna do is take that. So that's still on the okay. Edit mode. Let's check. Object Shift selected. Set origin to 3D cursor. There we go. Then for this, I have no reference point. Oh gosh, it's fine. That's fine. We're not manufacturing super precision tools anyway. We just need to make sure that this fits into there. I'm okay with that. There we go. Invisible mode, see-through mode. Then here's where we bring back the arrays. Array 1, array 2, 0, 1. -1. So this one, we're bumping the count to 4 at least. This one, yeah, this is so much more worth it than just buying a stand, right? So worth it. Extend, 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 extend. That looks fine actually. And then extend, 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 extend. Extend, 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 extend. We just need to hit that half. That ain't half. Close enough to half. 75. There. We have our holes again. There we go. Now we just have to fingers crossed it doesn't muck up like last time. So we're just gonna go ahead and apply. Apply. So now we're in object mode again. Ah, yeah. Okay. We're gonna duplicate it. Shift D. Grab Z. And then this. Mode. Cursor to selected. Back to object mode. Set origin to 3D cursor. Set this. Object mode. Geometry to 3D. Selection to cursor. Boom. And then we just select this. Go into edit mode. Vertexes. Select all of those. I press 0. Grab C. 0. Nope. Grab C. Party rockers in the house. That was bad. Check. Yes. I'm gonna go back into object mode. Take this. Take this. Boolean. Oh wait. Holds. holes support. Boolean holes. There we go. The Boolean holes. So what's happening right now is Z fighting. I don't remember the exact term, but because we created that cylinder, the hole support, and we cut out, we have two competing thingies there. It's okay, that's easily remedied. We just have to merge that disk with the other disk. What we're gonna do, object, hole support, model base, Control J, J, Shift J. Nope. J. Whoop. What's happening? Oops. Ah, that's wrong. We'll leave it in like that. It's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so we take the holes. We can destroy the holes. The holes have been destroyed. There's gonna be some Z fighting there, but it should be fine. Discard. Export. STL. 3D print files. Excuse me. Model base STL. Export that. Open the new one. Yes. Ayah! I didn't apply the boolean. I did a big oopsie. Okay, applied. Let's see how this looks. There we go. Okay, let's slice that. See how it looks. There's still a bit of weirdness on the side, but I'm not sure if there's anything we can do to really fix that anymore. Let's just see how it looks with the infill 0. Yeah, that's bad. Till we fix that. It's not just one layer either, it's at least two. %, grid. Later. See how this looks. Meow. It's gonna mess things up. Oh. boy. That's gonna hurt. Huh. Maybe I do need to model the interior. Connect. Oh, that's worse. I made it worse. It's gonna be hard to fit balls in there. Let's see how this looks though. How do I get rid of those blue spotches? Doesn't usually happen. Everything else looks okay. Oops. Oh. Hmm. Up. It's mucked up. Bridge infill. How do we stop it from printing bridge infill? How do we stop it? "3D print Prusa slicer. Prusa slicer prevent bridge. Disable bridge infill." Nice! There's a setting for this. Turn off bridge infill because I don't want it in the sprint. The bridge is a filament spanning an unsupported gap. Reset the flow rate to 0. There is no filament span gap. Complete the process. Use an error. Normal Prusa. This is what you're trying to achieve. There's a 1mm space below the infill. Okay. Detect bridging. Okay. Print settings. Detect bridging perimeters off. That work? Oops. There we go, that's a lot. It still has some weird stuff, but it's okay. I can deal with that. So now my main issue is I need to be able to fill this up with balls. Question is how I'm going to do that, eh? How am I gonna do that? I was thinking I could just... These are 6mm perimeters. This is 6mm. My balls are 6mm, so it's gonna be a bunch of those free floating in here. I could always get sand to fill it up also, because right now we're sitting about 70 grams of filament. I don't have sand. I have balls. But the thing is, the balls are gonna make it difficult. Ay, ay, ay. What if I just 50% infill and then see how heavy it's gonna be? Woo, baby. Hey, that's close to the 200 gram standard stand. But holy crap. 19 hours. Heavens no. I think my best option is to... I have no idea what my best option is. I need infill if I'm gonna print this properly. That is not gonna fit balls. How does this look? probably fit like one ball in each. Ish. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can. I think I can. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm good with this. We're gonna go with this. Then we're gonna fill these with balls. I think that's fine. Just 7 hours to print and 84 grams used. Yeah, we'll call this Mark 1. Hell yeah. That's it. This is Mark 1. Alright, I'm gonna export this. Alright, we did it. We have modeled a base pretty well, actually. It looks like the balls will fit in there for sure. It should be fine. Let's count 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not gonna count. I don't have sand. I don't want to fill it with sand. I don't want to have to procure sand for this. It's fine. It'll be fine, I hope. But we're not getting any errors. That's we can bridge that, and it's gonna be inside anyway. The inside can look like a mess, but the outside is what's important. Beauty's on the outside after all. Dead. Alright. So I'm gonna start printing this. And then we're gonna continue making the arm tomorrow. For reference. For reference, look how good that looks in comparison. I am not a quack. Can I even call myself that? Where's the view? Where's the view? Where's the view? How do I view? How do I top view? Top. There we go. Look at that. Paint. Beautiful. Mwah. Chef's kisses. Look at that. So good. It's so good. But then I don't want to draw the H anymore. Screw it. It's fine. I think, yeah, it's fine. I can breathe. See y'all tomorrow. I think I'm gonna edit. If you want to watch this VOD, it'll be available on YouTube. Thanks for joining. See you tomorrow.